Good morning. I have attempted to do this video 3 times, 4 times actually. I've been interrupted by my phone falling twice, and then I was interrupted by a beautiful call from my daughter, and then a huge great blue heron, I think is what it's called, was standing right behind me when I was taking this video, which is so incredible. And it actually is perfectly suited for the reason that I was meant to do this video today. And we were driving into town, my daughter and I, and we were coming across the bridge, and I said, "What am I going to talk about today?" And she said, "Why don't you talk about how lucky we are to be Canadians?" And I thought that's a perfect topic. So I knew the topic, and then I looked over, and it was actually the 2 spots behind me where the Fraser River meets the Quesnel River is not too high anymore. Usually the water goes right to the trees and you can't get out to this point, but that's in the spring and it's receded. So I thought, how perfect is that to come to this beautiful, energetic place where I can talk about this beautiful place that I live. And I was born here in this town, Quesnel, British Columbia, Canada. And I think it's probably pretty normal for people to want to leave. That a lot of people, as kids and young adults, don't want to stay where they were born. And I think it's that call to see other places in the world and to see other nationalities and other religions and other ways of living. And I really have felt that call. I felt to go to Africa. I felt to go to Japan, both places I haven't been yet, because I want it to be beautiful and I want to be ready. But last year, my daughter and I went to Spain. We walked 800 kilometers together across the sort of third top of Spain. And as we were walking, it was really cool to see that the climates were the same. I think where we live here and where we were in Spain was very similar. And as we were walking, it just felt kind of similar, kind of like, I don't know about like home, but there were some smells that reminded us of home. And we kept telling ourselves, wow, we're in Spain. So it was really cool, and to see different, cultures. They have a lot of religion there. So we got to see some of the churches, some of the people who were, on Sundays especially, we would walk through where people were doing ceremony. And then I came home and I had another trip planned to go to Malaysia, and that was actually really cool too, because Malaysia is so different. And the lady that took me was born in Singapore, and we spent a whole month going in different places. We went to the rainforest in the center, we went to the beaches on the ends, all over Malaysia, and sometimes in the city, sometimes in the country. And it was really cool because when I went on this walk in the country, we came up to this place where it was this little tiny cottage in the middle of nowhere. Not even a cottage, actually. It was like a lean-to. And there was this little girl on the inside. And there was nothing else around. No vehicles, no stuff, no couches, nothing. She was just in this little shack little thing, lean-to, with a bunch of blankets. I think she did have a cell phone, though. I think she was playing a game on a cell phone, but she had nothing else in this place. And, it's such a cool thing to see how people can live with so little and still be happy. They don't make a whole lot of money. They don't have for a want or a need for anything, really. And they're still so content with the day-to-day. And that really humbled me. That really, before I went, I actually started to minimalize. I sold a lot of stuff. I have just a truck. I have my travel trailer, and I don't have anything else other than that. But I started to get smaller and smaller with my actual physical stuff so that I could expand on what life really is about. And so doing these things, I kept tapping into different ways of living, different people, different experiences. And each time I came back to Canada, I felt like I had a new love for it, a new appreciation for it. There was times when Mike and I would go hiking up in the mountains. Of course, we spent a lot of time isolated, like I said. And there was places where we would walk up this mountain, and all of a sudden we would see a stream come right out of the mountain with the most crystallized, clean, sweet, beautiful water that I've ever tasted in my entire life. It was stunning. It was so clean from the mountain. And we have these skies that are so blue, and this water right here right now isn't so clean. It's very muddy. It's kind of spring runoff. But up in the mountains in British Columbia are some of the most amazing places. You can get berries and plants right from the earth. So much grows so well here. And it's just such a beautiful place to be. It's a place of freedom. It's a place where people come to live from all different parts of the world, where you can express yourself the way you choose to. I can go right back to this little sandbar back here, put on my music, and dance freely with whatever I choose to wear. I mean, probably shouldn't be naked. There's some places in the world where you can actually do that naked, like Thailand where I was. But that's not necessarily my comfort zone yet anyways, so I can go and I can dance and I can express and I can wear what I want to wear and just do what I want to do. And so I keep looking back to my life and why it was that I didn't feel comfortable here. And there's times I know that, I was living a life for someone else. I was living a life in the shadow of my cockroach. That's what I did. And because I didn't know who I was, I didn't know what I wanted, I didn't know what I loved, I hadn't found my passion or my purpose yet. And when my accident came and I went from the jeans, steel toe boots, rancher, soccer mom, mill worker, I took that time to take my shoes off and my socks off and place my feet on the earth. And I don't know if I told you about that before, but as soon as I did that after my accident, I felt this sense of rebirth. And I started to shift my personality. I started to become more authentic to who I was. I started wearing semi-precious stones. I started to really tap into what I wanted. This is my life. What do I want as a person? And so I started wearing baggier clothes. I shaved my head. I did all these things to really find my inner joy, my inner beauty. And so I think not only was that making me a little uncomfortable, I was making the people around me really uncomfortable. And I think that they really, people that live here, a lot of people that live here stay the same. They find the job, they get the family, they have the house, they retire. It's like this pattern that goes. And I go away and I come back different. And it's intimidating for people. I think that they're so uncomfortable that at first they didn't like who they saw. But then I go away again and transform a little more, and then I come back again. And, I think this has been the 4th time that I've come back here, and I'm offering the dance classes again, and people seem to be receiving me different. But I'm also receiving me different. I'm seeing a new person in me that I didn't even know was possible before. And so here I stand with all of my newness and more authentic than ever before in my life since I was 2, maybe. I don't even know. I don't even remember. But it feels so good. And people see that joy, and I know they want that joy. And they want to say that they live vicariously through me and that they'll just watch me and not change themselves. But I know for a fact that me changing changes them. Because they have that desire, they have that love to just maybe look at life a little different than they did before they talked to me. And here I am in this beautiful place. It's so free, it's so beautiful, it's so loving. And even though humanity seems to get stuck, us Westerners for sure get into that materialistic world, with our phones and our cars and our stuff. And we kind of get lost in that and lose a little bit of who we are, really who we are. So I'm here now coming back to help people see that when you go, you go further in as well. And it's such a healing, loving transition, transformation, growth experience that I wish it for everyone. I wish joy and happiness and fun and play for everyone to experience. So yes, I'm back here. And this time, for the first time, I feel like I might stay a little. I might have some good teachings to do, just even right here. You know, to go there and to go there is beautiful, and I'm so honored that I gave myself the freedom to do that. But I always come back. It's like I was standing on the beach one day when I was in Kelowna, another town that I lived in, and I was standing on the beach thinking, I don't feel like home is anywhere. I'm searching for where home is. And all of a sudden, I went, home is here. Home is where my heart is, and my heart is here. So wherever I go, I can share that, and I can be that, and I can invite that. And let's do that. Let's heal, let's grow, let's love, let's connect. So here I am in Quesnel, and it's a beautiful day. I got gifted a great blue heron standing there beautifully, who I got even to take a picture of. And the sun is shining, and I love to say face to the sun, my friends, face to the sun. Let's enjoy this day. Let's enjoy each other. Let's heal, let's grow, let's expand our awareness, our love for life, our love for each other, and be. Thanks again. I will be posting more. I'm going on an amazing adventure this weekend into the mountains of Golden, British Columbia. More beauty, glacier waters. I'm going to be taking some to bring back to drink it in, soak it into my body. And stay tuned, because I am very certain that next week I will be talking about that with more change, more transformation, more me. Thank you so much. Talk soon. Love to you all.